You ever just wake up and your kids are legitimately trying you? Man, I know you middle-aged kids, parents get it hard because that's an age where they don't have any accountability for what they say. They just say what they feel, you know? But like I think teenagers are probably the worst stage to have to deal with. Cause like what? Their brain is not fully formed. Their body has all types of, chemicals going on, and they're just doing the most and feeling grown because they have grown from their baby self to this bigger version of themselves. And we're treating them like they're grown because we want them to be responsible. So we're treating them like the adults we want them to be. But then when it comes time to butt heads or course correct and they don't want to listen or they don't believe in what you say and they got something to say about it and they feel some type of way, then they get real disrespectful. And it's like, I look at these kids and they do everything I do. And so when they respond to me the way that I have responded to them, there's a disconnect because see, we're not on the same level, okay? I'm the mom. You're not the mom. I'm the mom. So the way that I talk to you is not the way you finna sit up here and talk to me, okay? You don't course correct me. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not ever wrong. Of course I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. I don't have a problem with admitting that I'm wrong, especially in front of my children, because I need to be able to teach them how to handle being wrong. I don't want to raise the type of people that will not be able to take criticism well and apply that criticism to make themselves better. And I don't want to have the type of people who can't admit that they're wrong. I had parents like that. I remember one time I was young and my adoptive mom was trying to tell me that corn had no nutritional value. Now, this isn't true. That's not true. And I knew it wasn't true. And I told her that that wasn't true. And that did not go well. Oh my goodness, it got blown so out of proportion. And at the end of it, I got labeled as disrespectful. Okay. That was just how it was. Like, I think she was 49 when she adopted me. So, like, the era that she came from, or what, no, or was she born in 49? Either way, she was old when she had me. And she was just very stuck in her ways. And she raised children should be seen and not heard. That's how she believed children should be raised. Whatever. I don't raise my kids like that. And maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't strict enough with them because they feel so comfortable to just say stuff a certain type of way, and I'm just be looking at them like they crazy. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my growth, and I want to acknowledge it because this morning, they were all trying me. I got one. It's like kids don't really seem to understand the cost of things these days. And the way that they ask for stuff or expect things, it's just kind of out of this world. And no matter how many, it's to the point now where I put receipts up on the wall when I buy stuff. When I buy groceries, I put the receipt right up on the fridge. Pick through it, and I'm usually shooting a video. When I bring my groceries in here, well, I use Instacart, honey. I ain't going to no grocery store. I got PTSD. We not doing that, okay? I'm usually shooting a haul video. So I talk about how much things cost to the kids in real time so that they understand portions, everything. It's a big deal. You gonna starve if you don't budget properly, and it's a big deal. And I just feel like the audacity of these kids nowadays with just the way that they say things or the fact that they don't think about how their behavior affects others is mind-boggling to me. And so I just, as a parent, have got to make that connection with them. Like, yo, you got to think about other people. You can't just go in there and eat all the food. You can't just not make sure that the doors are locked at night. You can't just run water haphazardly. Yes, we only pay for the hot water, but the landlord pays for the cold water. And guess what? If her bills get too high, she gonna raise our rent. Like, that's not the only reason. The point is you don't want her bill to be high either. You need to care about other people. Speaking of water, that's what really irritated me. How it is 36 degrees and you gonna use all the hot water and you know it's several people that live in here, that's very selfish. And the fact that I'm telling you that it's selfish and you have a smirk on your face and you're taking it lightly and you cracking jokes really gets under my skin. the fact that we have friendly banter on a regular basis, and I'm a pretty young mom. I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm not that young either. But I was young when I had them, so we have a camaraderie. Like it's our relationship is not like the relationship I had with my parents. That was very, uh, what is it called? Dictarian, like a dictatorship. Yes. My parents were dictators. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I had to say these things to them. And they literally whipped me. Whipped me if I didn't comply. Like, it was crazy. It was wild. And one of them was a police officer, and one of them was a psychologist, a child psychologist, and worked in the school. So it was pretty weird that that's how they dealt with me. I always knew that if I had kids, I was never going to deal with them this way. Now, I'm not saying I haven't smacked the ass or two. But nowadays, I have to calm myself because in that moment, I want them to understand how I feel, but I don't necessarily need to display how I feel through unmitigated rage because that's only teaching them to act that way and to not be calm. And so it's very challenging for me to not just flip the fuck out. I'm not even going to hold you, but like I have to find a space inside of myself to be calm because I want to be a good leader. I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good person. Okay. And I feel like God is going to punish me if I'm not a good parent. So there's that. But today, I actually physically took the breaths and did the things that I'm supposed to do. Deep breaths. It always starts with a deep breath. And then while I'm taking that deep breath, you need to chill out and display the behavior in front of him that you want him to display to the world. It's not enough to just tell them to be good. I have to display those behaviors. And it's not easy when you're triggered. But the fact that I know that I get easily triggered, the fact that I know that we have communication issues, the fact that I know that we have mental health issues, that's always in the forefront of my mind. My entire life revolves around these truths. So it's no longer an excuse. It's no longer a reason to not hold it together because that's always the goal. Stay calm. The Spirit has showed me so many times all you have to do is show up as yourself and stay calm. And so that's always the goal. So I don't have to freak out too much about pre-planning how I'm going to respond when all I know I have to do is when I start to get triggered, take a deep breath and remain calm. And that's what I did today. And I'm not going to say I didn't raise my voice a little bit. And I raised my voice because he was talking over me. Like he was talking and so instead of continuing to raise my voice because I caught myself doing it, once I hear that we're talking over each other, I have to force myself to stop talking. And that's very hard because we can't hear each other. So now I know that the next step is us over talking each other. And eventually that's going to lead to yelling. So when I start seeing that they're cutting me off or I'm cutting them off and we're over talking each other, I have to be the one to stop talking. Because I promise you, it's not going to be the other person in my family. It's going to have to be me. Okay? There's a lot of air in this family. It's going to have to be me. I have to be the one that's calm. And as a water sign, it's very challenging for me. I'm very full of emotion, expression, and passion, anger, and rage, and disappointment. So instead of making people feel what I am feeling, I need to express the logic behind those emotions. I need you to understand that when you run out the water and it's cold and there's other people who haven't taken their shower and you haven't said anything to anybody about the fact that you want to take a long shower, is selfish and you cannot do it. Okay? It is very hard to get warm when you live in the mountains and it's freaking freezing cold. You want to get in the shower and get your blood pumping. People have morning routines around here. So when you do something like that, you might be throwing off somebody's program. And that needs to matter to you because we're a family. We love each other. Love is not always springtime and, freaking flowers. Sometimes it's very hard and it's very challenging. And it is going to have dark days. And you have to show up and not be selfish. Like that's love. Love is work. Love is not just a word. It's not something that's just pretty. It's actually pretty ugly. You know what I'm saying? So what real love is anyway. Well, that's just my opinion. But I'm proud of myself today because all three of my kids tried me this morning. And I just kept it calm, kept it cute because I don't want to keep showing up as the old version of me. I'm ready for her to actually die. Rest in peace to you. Thank you for your service. But she got to go because she's too reactive. She's too emotional and she's not mature enough for me. I visualize the perfect version of myself all the time, yo. And she's so stoic, wealthy, and fabulous. She always says the right thing, but mostly she's silent, and she's wise, and she's responsible, and she's very, very fit, and she's everything I want to be, and that's going to be me, and you're going to watch me build her, okay? If you're interested in more of my videos, check out my playlist. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss, on all music streaming platforms worldwide. I just want to be a better parent, so it takes a lot of effort, but mostly it takes patience. Patience with myself and patience with them. I'm not going to change overnight, okay? The intention is there. We're talking about muscle memory. You do the same thing every single day for a very long time. You communicate a certain way, you respond a certain way. I've been doing that my whole life. So I'm trying to reverse behaviors that I've been doing for years. It's not going to happen overnight. So I got to give myself grace and not beat myself up like, ugh, I done yelled at the kids again. You're a horrible mom. No, you're a work in progress. If you were a horrible mom, you wouldn't even be in the space of trying to heal yourself or your kids. Grace. We all need it. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.